What's going on YouTube? This is Gamer Leader. Welcome to YouTube Tips Thursday number 3. So today I'm going to be talking about something that's really important to your videos, and that is viewer retention. So what is viewer retention? Viewer retention is basically how many minutes of your video somebody's watched. So that gives you a good idea of if somebody likes your video or if they don't like your video. Because if your video is good, they're going to stick around and watch more of it. So today I'm going to be talking about some ways that you can increase your viewer retention. But before I do that, I'm going to show you guys how to check your viewer retention. So I want to show you guys how to check your viewer retention on your different videos. So here's all my list of videos that I have on my channel, and let's go check the viewer retention for Killzone Shadowfall Part 12. So this is a pretty new video I uploaded a few days ago. So the way you check your viewer retention is down here you've got add to, share, and more. You can click on more and then click on statistics, and then this gives you an idea of how many people have watched your video. There's a bunch of different statistics here. So I've got my view count 75, likes, and then down here you can see views, time watched, and then it gives you an idea. So then you can see 2 minutes 16 seconds, which is not good because my video is 15 minutes long. So I got to find some way to make it more interesting. Now another thing you can do to get some more exact details about your view count is you can click on view more stats, and that's going to take you to your Google Analytics page or YouTube Analytics page. And then over here you got your views, estimated minutes watched, the money you've made on it. You click on estimated minutes watched and it brings you over here. Now from here it's going to tell you who watched it, from which countries people have watched it. So for the United States, I got 43 views, and they watched for estimated time of 1 minute 56 seconds. So the people from the US didn't really like it that much. UK really didn't like it, only 51 seconds. Sweden liked it. Canada liked it. So then that means I got to do something to make my video more interesting. Another statistic you can find is you can click on date, and then you can find out how many minutes people have watched over here and date. So then over here you got I actually uploaded this video on January 29th, but then I just kept it on private and then I published it on the 16th. So on the first day, 16, I got 38 views, and then I got 1 minute 52 seconds of viewer retention. So I need to do something to make my viewer retention more interesting. And then the second day, surprisingly, I got way more viewer retention, 3 minutes 22 seconds. Alright, so now that you guys know how to check your viewer retention and you know what it is, let me talk about some ways that how you can make more people watch more of your video. So these are 5 tips that I've got to make your video more interesting so people will stick around and watch all of it. So tip number 1, have a really good intro. Have the first 15 seconds of your video, people will decide whether they want to watch it or not. So if you have a really good introduction, if you got an introduction that grabs people's attention, that makes them want to stay, that makes them want to watch the entire thing, then they're likely going to do that. So what you want to do in the beginning is you want to put the funniest part of your video in the beginning, or the most interesting part of your video in the beginning. Have an interesting introduction. That's tip number 1. So tip number 2 is the hardest thing to do. I mean, if everybody knew how to do this, everybody would be doing it. Make your video interesting. This is like pretty much the most important thing, right? To make your video interesting. Now I don't have the answer, because if I had the answer, my videos would be getting 1 million views right now. But a few things you can do, and a few things I've noticed when I've been watching a lot of people's videos, is that what a lot of people tend to do is their videos are just boring. So what you got to try and do is, if you're recording a gameplay video, if you're recording a gaming video, keep talking. You know, if you're recording commentary with it, keep talking. Just let the commentary go. Even if like it's not, if you don't think it's interesting, still keep talking. People like it when people just keep talking and they keep going. Another thing you can do is skip the boring parts. If you're playing Call of Duty, people don't want to sit around and watch you camp for 3 minutes straight. Skip right to the action. If you're playing a RPG game, people don't want to watch you level up for 2 hours. People want to see the action. Make your videos really action-packed. Make there be a lot of action-packed parts. So all the parts that are boring, all the parts where you're traveling from one place to another, even if your commentary is amazing, the video is going to be kind of boring. So you want to make people enjoy the video and every single second of it. So what you want to do is you want to fade to the most interesting parts, the action-packed parts. And another thing you can do to make your video more interesting is encourage interaction. So ask a question. That's really important. Ask a question. Ask the people a question. So, for example, here's a question I have right now for this video. What are some things you guys can think of to make videos more interesting? So let's all of us think about this together. How can videos be more interesting? Leave a comment below. So encourage, just like that, encourage comments below, and that's going to give you a lot more viewer attention. People are going to think about what they're going to say. They're going to watch the rest of your video. Alright, so tip number 3. Start a weekly series. When I was a small YouTuber back in May 2014, I started a weekly series called Shoutout Sunday, and that series started getting a ton of views. The reason, and people were watching a lot of it, and you don't have to do Shoutout Sunday. You can do Topic Tuesday. You can do anything. You can do Call of Duty Friday, whatever you want. It's up to you. Just have a video series that day of the week. You have that video series, just like this, YouTube Tips Thursday. People know that on Thursday I'm going to be giving you high quality, great YouTube tips. So then do the same thing in your channel. That way when people are going to be waiting for it, it's going to build excitement, it's going to build anticipation. They're going to know that Gamer Leader uploads every Thursday. Gamer Leader uploads this video. They're going to know that you upload a video every Monday, every Tuesday, whatever. And that's going to create some excitement. So have a weekly series. It could be Topic Tuesday, it could be Freaky Friday, whatever you guys want to do, top 5 kills Friday or something like that. Just have something that people will know that on this day of the week you're going to upload a great video about a specific thing. Alright, tip number 4. I don't like this tip because it gets mentioned so much. On every video you watch about it, having better YouTube videos, this always gets mentioned, but it gets mentioned because it's true. You have to have good quality. A lot of people get turned off when they go on a video and then they see that they're using cell phones to record. You gotta try and get a capture card. If you can't do that, at least have your cell phone in such a way that they can clearly see the gameplay. Having bad quality really will make people not even want to watch a minute of your video. People will leave really fast. You want to try and have the best quality possible. So some good mics for this are the Audio Technica AT2020. There's a Blue Snowball. The Blue Yeti is a great mic. AT4040, that's a great mic. It's kind of expensive, but there are a lot of mics out there that are really good. And even if you can't get any of these mics, you can go to Walmart and buy a $20 mic, and then just come back home and just clean up the audio with Audacity, and it'll be just as good as a lot of the great ones. So there's a lot of things you can do. Getting a mic shouldn't be too expensive. It shouldn't be too hard. But the capture card's kind of tricky. Now the really good capture cards are Elgato. You got HD PVR. The good thing about PlayStation 4, if you have a PlayStation 4, if you hit the share button twice while you're playing a game, the PlayStation 4 will automatically record 15 minutes of gameplay. And now here's the thing. Now PlayStation 4, the recordings are good, but it's 720p, and I think it records in 30 frames per second. So if you want extremely good quality, HD quality, I would say go for the Elgato. It's going to record 60 frames per second, 1080p quality. If you want the best quality possible, go for the Elgato. But if you just want something that comes with your PlayStation 4, you can record by pressing the share button twice. If you have an Xbox One, you can. There's also a way. I don't have an Xbox One, but I know you can record 5 minutes of gameplay by pressing a button. It has a built-in capture card. And if you have a PC, the options are endless. You got Fraps, you got Bandicam, you got Shadowplay, you got Afterburner, Dxtory. There's a ton of ways to record high-quality gameplay. What I use for my PC recordings nowadays is Shadowplay. Now you need a really good graphics card for this. You need a GeForce GTX, I think it's 660 or above, to use Shadowplay. But if you have Shadowplay, I'd highly recommend it. There's nothing better than Shadowplay when it comes to recording PC gameplay. But if you don't have Shadowplay, I'd recommend Bandicam is good. Dxtory, I never liked it, but I've heard Dxtory is really good as well. So there's a ton of different software, a ton of different mics, a ton of different ways, really, to make sure that your quality is as good as possible. You want to make sure your quality is incredible, so then people, when they watch, they're like, wow, the graphics pop, they really look good. So why don't you guys leave me a comment below? I'm kind of interested in knowing what mic do you guys use and what capture card do you guys use to record your gameplay. Let me know in the comments below. Alright, the fifth and final tip that I have, the last tip of today, is to watch your video over again. Now here's a mistake I make and a lot of people make, is that you'll record the gameplay, you'll record the commentary, you edit the video, you do everything except you don't watch it over again. You just do it in one take. You record it, edit it, render it, upload it, boom, you're done, that's it. Don't do that. Take some time off, maybe take an hour, go do something else, go do your homework, go watch a TV show, go do something else. Come back and then watch your video over again in the full, watch all of it. Because guess what, 90% of the time you're going to watch it all over again and you're going to find some things that you can do better. And if there are some things you can do better, then you should be doing them. Every video you make, you should be trying 100% to make it as good as possible. So just sit down, watch your video all over again, and then improve it. And that's tip number 5. So let me give you a recap really quick. So 5 ways to make your videos extremely good and increase your viewer retention. Number 1, have a good intro. Make people want to watch your video. Number 2, make the whole video interesting. So have good commentary, have a lot of action. Number 3, start a weekly series. This way there's going to be a lot of hype to watch your video and people are going to be anticipating it. Number 4, have good quality. So you need a good mic, you need a good capture card. This way people are going to stick around and they're going to know you're a professional channel. And number 5, watch your videos all over again. And that's going to make sure that you can improve your videos even further. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was kind of long. I wanted to pack it full of details for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and let me know what you think about this, about this topic. And next week, I'm going to be talking about how to create shout-out videos. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys later.